Hey everyone, it's EvVB here, your holistic gamer, and I'm back with a new edition of my concept and discussion videos. Like in some of the previous videos, the discussion will revolve around the potential possibilities of both present and future gaming technology, and I will also be including my own observations and opinions on how I think this can be best implemented. If you haven't seen the previous videos, then please take the time to check them out, as it helps to keep the topic of this video in context. So let's get into today's video. During the Nintendo Switch launch year, there was a lot of speculation floating around popular internet sites and mainstream media in general in regards to what the system could potentially be. Some of the main themes I extrapolated from the speculation were as follows. How powerful the system might be, what form factor would the system be presented in, and what medium would the software be developed on. These became three of the most highlighted questions amongst the sea of infinite views. And it's fair to say that I also did a lot of speculation around this subject, using those themes as a base point. To see what I came up with, I have added links to each of my concept videos, and you can check them out in the description below. As you can see from each of my clips, some of my educated guesses about how the system could work were right on the money, but I hold my hands up as some of my guesses were wrong. But the cool thing is, there were some that could still potentially come to fruition, but we will be discussing those in later videos. So today, nearly 2 years after the system launched, I have been asked by some of the viewers to answer two key questions. The first being, what are my thoughts on the device delivered? And the second being, did it live up to my expectations? Since I've had enough time to explore this device, here's what I thought would be the best way to answer those questions. When Nintendo revealed their newest addition to the gaming market, even after all my speculation videos, they still managed to pull off what I would call a megaton of a surprise. I had long been making videos speculating that the device would be some kind of handheld, and that there would also be some kind of additional console version that may use the same software media. What Nintendo delivered instead was a culmination of two gaming ideologies: portable gaming and home console gaming. And by combining the two into what would be termed a hybrid system, gamers would get the best of both worlds. At the time, this was considered a bold and risky move, because the weight of expectation was mounting on Nintendo to deliver something exceptional that would capture our imaginations. And in my personal opinion, that's exactly what they did. Even at first glance, the system is self-explanatory. A hybrid system that potentially delivers the best of both worlds, allowing you to play games on the go, and then when you get home, dock and voila, instant home console. For me, this was a game changer, because for many years, I've always wanted to play current Nintendo games on the go, or anywhere for that matter. The Wii U gave us a glimpse at what this could have been like, but came up short, with a major restriction being the distance the controller's proximity to the home console would have to be in order for the portable functions to work. But Nintendo seems to have learned from this and made the necessary adjustments to make this work. And now we have a system more powerful than the previous system in a portable package. I don't think you can imagine my surprise upon seeing this. It's like going to bed thinking that the successor of the 3DS would never be able to get real third-party multi-platform games, and then waking up the following morning to find out actually this is now a possibility. We have seen the results in games like FIFA, Rocket League, Fortnite, Doom and Wolfenstein, all running amazingly well in portable mode, and even better in docked mode. Graphically and performance-wise, the decision to use the Tegra X1 processor appears to have paid off. as the pixel fidelity in portable mode and the higher resolution in docked mode in games like Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are truly breathtaking to behold. This was something I had to see to believe, because my initial impressions of the Tegra X1 processor was not so favourable. Wondering whether the processor would be powerful enough to gain third-party support did give me cause for concern. But then I remembered seeing the Crysis demo running on an NVIDIA Shield and realised that there is more performance in this chip than what was currently being utilised. I do have to admit that I did initially want something more powerful, even just to eliminate the excuses for why porting parity across all platforms could not happen at the same time. But we are starting to see a change in third-party business practice behaviour, especially when unforeseen success starts to bring in the money. Nintendo had been talking about not competing directly with their competitors for many years, and now I think they have finally found a space in the gaming sector where that would be both true and actually make sense. What Nintendo has crafted is nothing short of amazing, considering its size and form factor, and this is one of the key aspects that separates it from everything else that I have played. The hardware itself gave me 3 ways to play my games: docked mode, kickstand and portable. My personal preferences are either playing in docked mode or using it with the kickstand, as I enjoy playing core games more with the Switch Pro controller. I tend to take my Pro controller everywhere my Switch goes, and the kickstand gives me the flexibility to play this way anywhere. Its portable nature means my hardware goes everywhere with me, especially on overnight trips. And I've even taken the device on holiday with me to the Greek islands, where I could continue playing Mario or Zelda whilst relaxing on a private yacht, as seen in this video. Imagine I can now play my home console games anytime, anywhere, which is something that I cannot do with any other home console. So that was a clever move on Nintendo's part. Going cartridge based was another masterstroke, and one that I predicted in my previous videos, as this meant that the form factor of the games console can stay relatively small. Cartridges also mean quicker access to game data, as cartridge data rates are quite consistent, not to mention also more durable and less prone to scratches or any unnecessary vibrations interfering with data transfer, so any sudden movements shouldn't interfere with the game that you're playing. The Nintendo Switch's OS also feels slick and stylish, which is a complete upgrade to the way that the Wii U OS felt. Moving from one function to another function felt speedy, and that sometimes that really does make all the difference. It's one of those things that just gives the system an almost Apple-like feel, which makes the system feel more intuitive and easy to use. I know I previously stated that I prefer playing games via my Pro controller. I have to admit there are some games that I'd only play with the Joy-Cons. One such game is ARMS, which I feel like is the next generation of Wii Sports Boxing. Another good example is Labo, which is a game and toolset that simply takes consumer game creativity to a whole new level, and is a really good example of how technically amazing the little Joy-Cons can be. But I do have a few minor gripes with the system in general, like the battery life not providing enough longevity for games with long play durations like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, especially when you take it out on the road. Or maybe the voice communication for internal voice chat with friends, which is something Nintendo could and should incorporate at a system level, because we've reached that day and age where people like to connect. Hopefully that will be addressed within this console's life cycle. All in all, the system has really transformed my expectations for future gaming hardware, and as you can tell by my excitement, it has exceeded all but a few of my expectations. It's been a fun device to own and has provided some of the best gaming experience I've ever played. It's the first generation of its kind, and I truly believe it should become a new pillar of gaming, not a replacement. There is so much more Nintendo can do with the future iterations of this system, and that will be something I'll be exploring in the next few videos. What do you think of my opinion on this device? Is it something you agreed with or not? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, please like, subscribe and comment on my videos, as your feedback will help me produce more content. If you like what you've seen, want to be notified when the next video goes live, or just want to get involved in the discussion, click the subscribe button and feel free to leave me a comment below. Thank you again for watching my video. I'm EvVB and I'm signing out.